Welcome to the deep dive. If you need a fast, thorough shortcut to understanding, well, a massive security threat that's kind of brewing just beneath the surface right now, then you are definitely in the right place. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the security threat from quantum computing. And look, this isn't just another threat. Some sources are framing it as like an existential crisis for digital security. So our mission here is to pull out the core insights. First, understand the sheer scale of this quantum cyber risk. And then figure out why one company, maybe an unlikely one, seems to be leading the charge to build the defenses for, well, the future internet.
Yeah, it's important to set the stage. You might think, okay, AI is the big leap happening now.
Right, that gets all the headlines.
Exactly. But AI is more about maximizing our current hardware, pushing it to its limits. Quantum computing, that's different. It's arguably the biggest conceptual leap in computing ever. We're talking about moving beyond classical physics here. And the key takeaway, the thing we need to get across right away is this: the incredible power of quantum mechanics. It's expected to basically make all our current cybersecurity obsolete.
Obsolete, like completely useless.
Potentially, yeah. We're looking at a situation where we need solutions today for problems that might fully hit us in, say, 5 to 10 years.
Okay, let's unpack that threat then, because it stems from a fundamental change in how computers work, right? Like right now, computers use bits, ones or zeros, simple.
Binary, yeah, on or off.
But quantum computers,
Okay.
they use something called qubits.
Qubits, exactly. Subatomic particles. And unlike a normal bit, a qubit can be, well, weirdly, both 1 and 0 at the same time.
Okay, hold on. Both at once.
It's called superposition. That's one key part. And the other is entanglement qubits can get linked. So measuring one instantly tells you about the others, no matter how far apart.
Wow. Okay, superposition and entanglement.
That combination is where the exponential power comes from.
Right.
It means a quantum computer isn't just checking answers one by one like your laptop does.
Mm-hmm.
It checks, essentially, all possible solutions simultaneously. It's a total shift from linear to, like, truly parallel processing. And here's why that's, frankly, terrifying for security. Think about how we protect things online now: public key, cryptography, RSA, ECC. It protects your email, banking, everything.
Right, the really important stuff.
That security relies on math problems, factoring huge numbers that are incredibly hard for even the fastest supercomputers today. We're talking centuries to crack them.
Centuries. Okay, so pretty secure for now.
For now. But here's the catch. Back in 1994, a mathematician named Peter Shor, he came up with an algorithm, Shor's algorithm.
Okay.
And it's specifically designed to use quantum computers to factor those huge numbers. Yeah. So if you get a powerful enough, stable quantum computer running Shor's algorithm,
Yeah.
those problems that take centuries,
How long?
minutes,
Minutes.
potentially, yes.
Right.
A matter of minutes. This isn't just theory. The math works. It's just waiting for the hardware to catch up.
Okay, that's serious.
Extremely serious. That's why the whole industry is scrambling towards what's called post-quantum cryptography, or PQC, because experts really do expect bad actors, state level, maybe others, to use quantum computers to break current encryption. Maybe not live connections immediately, but
Let's store data.
exactly. Steal encrypted data now, store it safely, and then crack it open later once they have a working quantum computer. It's called harvest now, decrypt later.
So we need security that protects against future attacks on today's data.
Precisely. Solutions that pre-solve problems that don't technically fully exist yet in the wild.
All right, so the big question. Who's leading this massive defensive effort? You hear NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, NAI, and advanced computing.
Right, the usual big names.
Yeah. But the sources we looked at, they point squarely at IBM, International Business Machines.
Yeah, maybe not the first name that jumps to mind for everyone these days in cutting-edge tech, but they are positioned as the front runner here.
And IBM isn't just like reacting. They seem strategically focused on redefining cloud security, enterprise security, specifically for this quantum hacking era. They even have a dedicated division, Quantum Safe.
Quantum safe, yep. And its whole job is helping companies figure out their quantum risk and build defensive plans, basically building the fire department before the fire starts. And their immediate focus, practically speaking, is on that encryption weak point we talked about. Public key encryption. That's where big organizations are most vulnerable first.
Makes sense.
But what's really interesting is IBM's approach. It's not just software patches. They realize you need hardware, roots of trust built into the hardware itself.
Hardware. like specific chips.
More like specific computers. They're mainframes, the
Huh.
IBM Z16 and the newer Z17. These are AI-capable mainframes.
Okay, mainframes.
Yeah.
People might think those are like old tech.
Not at all. They are the absolute workhorses for global finance, insurance, big government systems. Critical infrastructure runs on these things. Massive, vital workloads.
So if quantum hackers want the crown jewels.
They're going after systems running on mainframes.
Yes.
Exactly. And the Z16 and Z17, they're not just powerful. They are, according to IBM and the sources, the world's first and still only servers of their kind built to be quantum safe.
How? What makes them quantum safe?
They have these built-in security cards, crypto express cards.
Okay.
Think of them as like dedicated co-processors just for encryption. And what they let organizations do is run both the old classical encryption and the new post-quantum algorithms at the same time.
Ah, so it's a transition tool.
Precisely. It allows a smoother, more secure migration. It guarantees the data flowing through the world's core system stays protected, even as the quantum threat ramps up. It's physical protection right there in the middle.
That deep integration. That sounds like a serious advantage. And maybe it's not such a surprise if you look at IBM's history. I mean, people might remember Watson winning Jeopardy back in 2011, and then its commercial launch in 2013.
Right. Their big splash into commercial AI.
And yeah, maybe Watson got overtaken eventually by others. But the point is, IBM invested early in that bleeding edge tech. They learned lessons, dealt with the ups and downs of commercializing something really complex.
That pattern of early investment is absolutely key here. They didn't just wake up last year and decide quantum security was important.
They've been in the quantum computing game itself for a while.
Foundational work. They launched the world's very first commercial quantum computing system, available via the cloud back, in 2019. It wasn't about selling millions. It was about staking a claim, building the science. And they've scaled up massively since then. Last year, 2023, they unveiled a chip with 1,121 qubits.
Wow. More qubits means more power, right?
Generally speaking, yes. At the time, that was the most powerful quantum platform announced. So the point is, if you're building the potential weapon yourself,
You know exactly how to build the shield.
you understand the attack vectors intimately, better than anyone just reading about it.
Okay, so that background, building the tech, building the hardware defense, that leads us to the main reason IBM is projected to lead this quantum cybersecurity space by, say, 2030, which is when experts think the threat gets really serious.
Right.
It's not just tech, it's logistics, setting the standards.
Exactly. It's about setting the rules of the road. And this brings us to NIST, the National Institute of Standards and Technology in the U.S.
Okay, NIST. They're important because they make sure, like, my phone charger works with my phone, right? Compatibility.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
They ensure technologies work together reliably, efficiently. They set standards, crucial for industry. But here's the kicker with IBM. They don't just follow NIST standards in this area, they help make them. Well, just last year, NIST ran a competition to select the first batch of official post-quantum cryptography algorithms. And 3 algorithms developed by IBM were chosen.
Wait, 3 IBM algorithms are now the official U.S. government standard?
That's right. 3 out of the initial 4 standards selected came from IBM's research. It's a massive win for them.
What does that mean practically if you're another company or a government agency?
It means when you need to upgrade your systems to be quantum safe, and basically everyone will, you'll almost certainly be implementing an algorithm that IBM designed.
Wow.
Think about the migration cost, billions of dollars globally over years. Enterprises can't just flip a switch. And because IBM's algorithms are the standard.
They have a huge head start in selling the solutions, the consulting, the hardware, like those Z16s, the software.
Precisely. They're deeply embedded in the solution from the ground up because they help define the problem's answer at the standard level.
And it's not just NIST in the U.S., right? They're involved internationally, too.
Yes, they're also a key player in OASIS, the Organization for the Advancement of Structured Information Standards. More global rulemaking.
And I saw they recently joined forces with Microsoft, Cisco, Intel, others
Yeah.
on a specific OASIS committee.
That's right, the Data Provenance Standards Technical Committee.
Data provenance, like where data comes from and how it's handled.
Exactly. Standardizing how digital data is tracked, verified, secured. Especially now with AI generating so much content and with the quantum era approaching, it's about trust in data.
So having a seat at that table.
It lets IBM influence the direction of the entire industry, worldwide.
Yeah.
They're not just selling products. They're shaping the defensive playbook for everyone else, leveraging their history and research.
Okay, so wrapping this up for you, the listener, what's the bottom line here? Is this just a niche tech concern?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
We saw market research, to mention market research, projecting the quantum cybersecurity market will grow, on average, about 32% per year between now and 2034.
32% annually, that's huge.
Massive growth. It shows this is becoming a necessary mainstream defense investment. So the core takeaway seems pretty clear.
Hmm.
While other tech giants make noise about building quantum computers, IBM is, maybe more quietly, dominating the quantum security side.
By building it into their hardware.
Into their core enterprise hardware, yeah.
Yeah.
And by getting their algorithms chosen as the global standard, they really position themselves as the foundational player for the next security era.
Which leads us to one final thought for you to chew on after this deep dive. We've established quantum computers, using Shor's algorithm, can break today's encryption fast.
Right.
And IBM is setting the new defensive standards, PQC, to stop that.
Built to resist known quantum attacks.
Okay. But what happens if there's another leap? A future quantum breakthrough we haven't anticipated yet? Something that could potentially break even these new PQC standards that IBM helped create?
Well, that's the multi-billion-dollar question, isn't it?
Does this arms race just continue? Not just classical versus quantum, but like quantum versus better quantum.
It certainly suggests the game might just be starting. A continuous cycle of attack and defense, even within the quantum realm itself. Something to definitely keep an eye on.